So the next question is, did Chris know sign before we met? You just saw from his story that Chris took 2 classes, but his sign was very basic. Yeah, very basic. I remember that he would finger spell all the time. He was a little reserved at first because he felt like he might sign something wrong. Sometimes he would ask me, what's the sign for example, give me an example? Not like the sign for home, you knew that. Really?
Many things.
Many things. Many things. I would teach him signs and he would give me feedback. I remember, you know Snapchat?
Snapchat. Oh, there's different.
There's different signs.
Snapchat.
It's really
just so you know.
funny. I would set up my phone and send him a message. Then he'd...
You know Snapchat?
Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
So when I would watch it one time, it was gone.
I think that was my fault. I only set it up to play for a few seconds. Whatever. It's funny.
Anyway.
I didn't realize that.
So she would send me a Snapchat and I would watch it one time and it was gone and I was like, huh? I didn't understand the first time or the second time or the third, fourth, or fifth time. I still didn't understand. So I started to use another iPod
Yes.
and I would press it and then I would record it so I could watch it over and over and over again. And I would let her know that I was watching it over and over and over and I still didn't understand it.
I was like,
And she was like, she would always tell me, this should be easy for you. She would try to sign slowly and I still would miss it.
Yeah.
Then we started using
All right.
Glide.
Let me tell that part.
Okay, go ahead.
Funny. So I thought maybe Glide would be easy for him. So I decided to ask him if he had Glide or if he even knew what that was. He asked what Glide was and I explained it to him. Then he was like, yeah, that sounds cool. Let's give it a try. So he started using Glide. I sent him a message and then tell them what happened. Remember the first one you were like,
Oh
huh?
yeah, I remember. The first time she sent me a message on Glide, I texted her, because you could text and send videos too.
Right.
So I texted her and I said, I got it, I got Glide. And then she was like, yay. And she said, welcome.
Guess what? First you said, guess what? I got it. Then I said, welcome to Glide.
She said, Glide. Now I have it.
Yay! Welcome to Glide.
I understood that message, wrong sign, but not the first. L-I-L, I don't know.
Okay, I said, welcome to Glide. That's what I said. And message? You mean message?
Yes, I mean story, still wrong sign. And now I understand Glide. I got it. So I would watch her videos over and over, and I'd even try to scroll so that I could watch it slowly, and I would still miss it. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. Welcome to, I don't know. I'd miss it. So she would slowly sign Glide, and I'd watch it, and I think eventually I got it. But it was hard for me. I would always watch all her videos over and over. So the third question is, if I didn't really know sign language when I met Nayeli, how did I learn? So there's a few things. First, of course, the 2 classes I took did help me, yes. They gave me a foundation. And really hanging out with Nayeli and texting and Snapchat, Glide, all that helped me. It was really hard for me to watch, but I was motivated. I wanted to get to know Nayeli better. And I knew that she couldn't speak, really. And I understood that she would never speak with me a lot. So I really had 2 choices. I could not learn sign language, and then our relationship, friendship relationship, romantic relationship, couldn't continue.
Right.
Or I had to learn her language, and I knew I had to learn.
Yeah,
So
it's really impressive.
So, like I said, the first thing, the classes really helped me. It gave me that foundation. But really, hanging out with Nayeli and watching Snapchat videos and on Glide, all that really helped me. So spending time with Nayeli, going to deaf events, silent dinners, deaf church, everything I could get involved in, I went to. And so I really immersed myself as much as possible. And I think by the end of that semester, when Nayeli and I met, I became conversational. I wasn't fluent, but I could hold a conversation.
Yeah, true. I remember one thing about when we would talk is that he wouldn't show any expression. Nothing. His face was just kind of plain. So I encouraged him to be more expressive. If he always had a monotone face, that would be boring, you know? So I told him to be more expressive, and he improved. He got better. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's funny. My ASL 101 professor, I remember she would tell me all the time the same thing, that I had no expression or my expression didn't match my sign. So sometimes I would say, I'm happy with a straight face. And so I remember my professor telling me that my expression wasn't really showing that I was happy.
You looked sad. I remember he showed me.
So I felt happy inside, but my face didn't show it. So I slowly started to pick up the expressions, and I didn't force myself. I didn't think about it. I just did it. And so I remember when I became more comfortable, I just started to show expression. And I remember one time we were eating and I was just talking, and at that point I had already started to pick up sign language.
Yeah, I started.
And I remember becoming more comfortable and I was just talking.
It was really awesome.
And I remember Nayeli saying, "Wow, I'm really impressed with your expression." I was like,
yes, really.
I didn't think about it. It just kind of happened. So all those things, going to class, spending time with Nayeli, going to deaf church, silent dinners, deaf events, all those things really helped me. There's a story that I want to share. It's a story that shows that it wasn't easy. There was many hard times. I remember one time I went to a silent dinner, and I remember there was a big table. There was a lot of people sitting at this long table, and I remember looking down the table, and I couldn't understand anything, any conversations. I tried to look around and catch something that was happening, and I just was missing everything. But I did catch one thing, and I remember one girl, her name, I'm not going to say it, but she knows who she is. We're good friends, very good friends. But I remember I saw her, and I remember I was trying to catch something and I was just missing everything. and I kind of felt sad. So I caught one thing, and the person said, she was laughing at me actually, and she said, "Oh, look at Chris. He has no idea what's going on." And I remember that's the only thing that I understood. She was laughing at me and she said I had no idea what was going on, and that really got me down. It just kind of hit me hard. So I know that she wasn't trying to hurt my feelings, but it just really,
She was just teasing a little.
it just really got to me hard. So I remember when I saw that, I got up and I left, and I went back to my dorm and I just started crying. And because I knew that I was improving, but I wanted to be perfect already. So I knew that I wanted to communicate with Nayeli, and I remember that night that I prayed. I actually prayed to God, and I said, "God, if you want me to be with Nayeli, then help me to learn. Help me to improve my receptive skills. Help me to understand." And yes, I practiced a lot, but I believe that God also helped me because I asked for Him to help me. And now I sign comfortably.
Wow, you're really gonna make me cry. Really? Before, I dated another hearing guy. He wasn't really motivated. We would write back and forth a lot, and I tried to encourage him to sign, but he wasn't really communicating with me. We had been together for 2 years. I don't know why I stayed with him for so long. I don't know, I was young. Then, with Chris, it was different. It was amazing. You really made me happy.
I think that answers a lot of questions already.
Yes.
In our story, there was a lot of information.
It's really so important to have communication with each other. Because if he just, talked and that's it, wrote on paper, and had no idea about sign and wasn't interested in it, would I want to get to know him?
Yeah.
So, it's very, very important. I want to understand you, and I want you to understand me.
Yeah, I think that answers a lot of your questions. Please, if you have more questions, remember, go ahead and comment down below.
Don't be afraid. Just go ahead and ask your
Yeah.
questions.
And if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like. And lastly, if you're new to this channel, please click the red subscribe button. I just
Share,
learned.
Or whatever you
Yeah,
want.
share too. It's funny. In the last video, I fingerspelled subscribe, but just letting you know, remember we said that we might teach some sign language. So we recently learned the sign for subscribe, and it's subscribe. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. I'm sure many of you watching are new because this is only our second video.
Yes.
So thank you again so
See
much
you
for
next time.
watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.